Have you ever wondered why dogs, our beloved furry companions, sometimes behave in the most hilarious ways? From chasing their own tails to barking at their own reflections, these canine capers can leave us scratching our heads in wonder. But rest assured, there's method to their madness. These antics, while sometimes puzzling, are part of what makes them such endearing pets. They're not just our pets, they're part of our families, their quirks and all. So, let's dive into the world of dogs and their unique funny behaviors. First up, we've got the charming Dachshund, also known as the sausage dog. If you've ever had the privilege of sharing your home with one of these delightful creatures, you'll know that life with a Dachshund is never dull. One of the most distinctive traits of the Dachshund is their undeniable stubbornness. It's a trait that's both endearing and exasperating. A Dachshund will decide where it wants to go, and there's no convincing them otherwise. It's a bit like living with a very short, very determined four-legged drill sergeant. Next on our list of funny Dachshund behaviors is their love for digging. Armed with powerful front paws, these little dogs can dig up your garden faster than you can say stop. They'll dig under your fences, into your flower beds, even into your couch if they get the chance. It's a throwback to their days as badger hunters, though it's a little less helpful when the only thing they're hunting is your favorite pair of slippers. But perhaps the most entertaining aspect of Dachshund behavior is their fearless nature. Despite their small size, these dogs have no problem taking on opponents much larger than themselves. Whether it's a Great Dane at the dog park or a squirrel in the backyard, Dachshunds are always ready to stand their ground. It's a sight that's as hilarious as it is heartwarming. Of course, it's not all fun and games with these sausage dogs. They're also known for their loyalty and love for their human family. They're the kind of dogs that will follow you from room to room, just to be close to you. And when you're feeling down, there's nothing quite like a Dachshund cuddle to lift your spirits. So, while they may have a few quirks, there's no denying that Dachshunds are one of the most lovable breeds out there. They're full of character, full of love, and full of surprises. But don't let their antics fool you. These little warriors are as loyal as they come. Next, we turn our attention to the lovable Bulldog, a breed known for its endearing clumsiness. Bulldogs, with their robust, stocky frames and adorably wrinkled faces, are a breed that exudes strength and determination, but also a surprising amount of charm. But don't let their tough exterior fool you. As anyone who has spent time with a bulldog will tell you, they are some of the most delightful dogs around, and their bumbling antics are a large part of their appeal. Let's start with their snoring. Bulldogs are notorious for their loud, rumbling snores. It's not uncommon to find a bulldog stretched out on a couch, blissfully unaware of the cacophony they're causing. The snoring, a result of their unique facial structure, adds a comedic touch to their slumber. Then there's the slobbering. Bulldogs, with their droopy jowls and wide mouths, are prone to drooling. While it might not sound appealing, there's something incredibly endearing about a bulldog slobbering over a beloved toy or a tasty treat. It's just another one of those quirks that make bulldogs so lovable. And let's not forget their hilarious attempts at physical activity. Despite their muscular physique, bulldogs are not the most athletic of breeds. Their short legs and hefty bodies make for some comically clumsy attempts at running or jumping. A game of fetch with a bulldog is sure to leave you in stitches, as they chase after the ball with all the grace of a tumbleweed in a windstorm. But it's important to note that bulldogs aren't just about the laughs. They are also incredibly gentle and affectionate dogs. Bulldogs are known for their unwavering loyalty and their love for their families. They make excellent companions, and their bumbling ways only add to their charm. So, while bulldogs may be a bit clumsy, and yes, they might snore louder than a freight train, and sure, they do have a tendency to drool, it's these very quirks that make them so endearing. After all, who can resist a bulldog's bumble? Despite their bumbling ways, bulldogs are some of the most gentle and affectionate dogs around. Now let's focus on the elegant poodle, a breed that's as intelligent as it is funny. Poodles, with their regal air and meticulously groomed coats, are often seen as the epitome of canine sophistication. But don't let their posh appearance fool you. These dogs are known for a quirky sense of humor that's as distinctive as their iconic hairdo. One of the most amusing characteristics of poodles is their love for showing off. Yes, you heard it right. These dogs are natural performers and they revel in the spotlight. Whether it's a perfectly executed trick or a flamboyant display of agility, a poodle will make sure it catches your eye. And once it does, be prepared for an encore performance, because poodles love nothing more than an appreciative audience. But the poodle's humor isn't just limited to their theatrical antics. These dogs have a unique way of communicating that often leaves their owners in splits. They're known to talk to their owners with a range of sounds that can only be described as, well, poodleish. From high-pitched barks to low, grumbly growls, poodles use their voice to express everything from joy to displeasure, often with hilarious results. Another funny trait that poodles possess is their obsession with cleanliness. You might think your poodle is just being prissy, but the truth is, these dogs have a deep-seated distaste for dirt. They'll carefully avoid muddy patches on walks, and if they do get dirty, they'll spend an inordinate amount of time trying to clean themselves up. It's like watching a feline trapped in a canine's body. Despite their refined manners and sophisticated looks, poodles are full of surprises. They might prance around with an air of dignity, but their funny behaviors reveal a playful, spirited personality underneath. It's this delightful mix of elegance and eccentricity that makes poodles so endearing. Poodles might be prim and proper, but they're also full of personality and charm. Finally, we can't forget about the tiny but mighty Chihuahua. This pint-sized powerhouse might be small in stature, but they're nothing short of colossal when it comes to personality. Let's start with one of the most amusing traits of this breed, the small dog syndrome. Chihuahuas often seem oblivious to their own size. They strut around with an air of confidence and audacity that would make a Great Dane blush. It's as if they believe they're 10 times their actual size, ready to take on the world, one giant leap at a time. This illusion of grandeur, this David versus Goliath attitude, is part of what makes Chihuahuas so endearing, and yes, so hilarious. Next, we delve into their love for burrowing. Chihuahuas have an uncanny knack for finding the coziest nook or the warmest lap and making it their personal haven. Whether it's under a blanket, inside a sweater, or even within the confines of a purse, if there's a snug spot to be found, rest assured, a Chihuahua will find it. Watching them wiggle their way into these hidey holes can be a source of endless entertainment. But perhaps the most amusing aspect of Chihuahuas is their expressive faces. Every emotion is broadcasted with an intensity that's hard to ignore. Joy, surprise, suspicion, annoyance, it's all there, written in the furrows of their brows and the sparkle of their eyes. Their faces are like open books, telling tales of their adventures and misadventures, their likes and dislikes, their loves and their loathes. And while their antics might make us chuckle, it's important to remember that these traits are part of what makes Chihuahuas so special. Their boldness, their tenacity, their expressiveness, these are the things that endear them to us, that make them more than just pets. They're companions, they're family. Don't underestimate these little dogs. They're small in size but big in character. So, we've taken a humorous walk through the world of dachshunds, bulldogs, poodles and Chihuahuas. Oh, what a laugh-filled journey it's been. We kicked off with the dachshund, a breed as comical as it is lovable. Who could forget those little legs scurrying with such gusto, or the way their long bodies somehow manage to squeeze into the tiniest of spaces? It's this combination of determination and adaptability that gives dachshunds their irresistible charm. Then we moved on to the bulldogs, those sturdy bundles of joy. Their bumbling antics and endearing expressions make it impossible to hold back a chuckle. Their robust personalities, coupled with their unexpected agility, make for a delightful paradox that never fails to amuse. The poodles, with their prancing gait and flamboyant fur, certainly know how to make an entrance. Their elegance is often hilariously contrasted by their playful and sometimes goofy behavior. It's a delightful combination that adds a dash of humor to their sophisticated aura. And let's not forget the Chihuahuas, the tiny titans with a chatter that could rival a town crier. Their feisty personalities and big dog attitudes packaged in such small frames are a source of constant amusement. Each breed has its quirks, but it's these funny antics that make our canine companions so lovable and unique. So here's to the dachshunds, bulldogs, poodles and Chihuahuas for making our lives a little brighter and a lot more entertaining.